How's it going, everybody? It's Chad. I was asked my opinions, thoughts about weight loss and living on juice, and whether or not, this is for someone who wants to lose weight, and should they go on juice. My response to that will kind of be open-ended. I'll say it ultimately, it depends upon the individual. I would say, just if we're going with blanket statement, probably not. Now, will juicing help you lose weight? Without question. There's no doubt about it. I don't care if you're doing fruits and veggies or all fruit. Yes, you will lose weight because, it just stands to reason that you stop putting toxic things in your body, anything with a preservative, most often, salts, things like, we'll say, sodium chloride. It's interpreted as as a toxin within the body, and that's why with lots of salt consumption, you end up retaining water, all that. So, stands to reason, you take that out of your diet, then of course you're gonna see benefit from that. Now, for juicing, I just too often we're sold the idea of a quick fix in Western society, and when people do talk to me about wanting to do a cleanse or anything like that. Unfortunately, I see, a lot of desperation in them sometimes, and I've been there, done that, so I'm not knocking anybody at all. But it's take a step back, and because most of the time when people do cleanses, I know that they're going to gain all their weight back. It just and that's what they do. And so, do you really want to put yourself through, doing something like a juice feast for however many number of days? Yeah, sure, you do it for 3 days, 7 days, whatever. It's definitely an accomplishment if you've never done such a thing. So I'm not downplaying it, but if you do take it to the next level and you do it for a couple weeks and you're losing all this weight, the problem isn't, you don't have all the weight issue because of, a lack of juice in your diet. It's the junk that you're already putting in yourself. So you're kind of going from one extreme, we'll say, to the other extreme. And my thoughts to people, or my, opinion, would be to, assess your life and try to create a lifestyle by which you can live day to day that brings you what you consider to be happiness. And we have to look at this from both the physiological as well as the mental, emotional. And yes, I know that they're all intertwined, and it's really gets hard to see where one starts and the other begins. But having said that, it's finding balance. What can you live with daily? Now, if you're wanting to detoxify yourself, and especially if you have some sort of health ailment, yeah, if you want to achieve that goal of alleviating all those issues, whatever they may be, yeah, you're probably going to have to go more of the juice and the raw food route. But in my opinion, I would say for weight loss, start out with a raw food diet, and start out at, just tell yourself, if you really want to go easy on yourself, tell yourself that if you're hungry, I'd say eat when you're hungry, but say that before noon, you tell yourself, okay, anything that I eat before noon, it's going to be fruit. And then you can do something else, afternoon. If you want to eat cooked food, if you want to do whatever. But try between the time you get up and noon, only fruit. And then, just keep bumping it up and go till, anything that you eat before 5 o'clock, I'm going to have fruit. Do something like that. And with any of this, it's just taking it easy. Some people may find it hard to be just with any lifestyle change. Like, say the only thing that you can do is wake up in the morning and make a juice. But after that, it's almost like your day just, I won't say goes to hell, but you find yourself just eating junk or smoking or doing whatever it is that you do that you're trying to get out of your life. If the only thing that you can do in the very beginning is just have that juice, that's awesome. Because by doing that, you've already started to create a shift within your consciousness. You're creating a ceremony. That's my thing. I get up in the morning and I have my juice. And that can, in time, which is different for everybody, it can keep translating hour by hour by hour and moving more throughout your day of okay. Because I know that with a lot of some of the habits that I got rid of, like when I was chewing tobacco, and as well as coffee consumption, and I was a big energy drink fiend. It got to the point where I was doing so many other things within my life situation that were, I will say, benefiting my being more, that I was just like, this doesn't have a place anymore. I no longer felt the need to chew tobacco anymore, because I was starting to rebuild myself, so I didn't really need that perk up. I didn't need that stimulation, that thing to hide behind anymore. And that is so much of anything that has to do with our habits, with our the way we eat. So much of that is emotionally tied. And when one begins to stop looking at the food or the negative habit as the problem and looking at themselves and seeing, why do I do this? Why is it that I feel the need to, I get stressed out and all of a sudden I find myself down at the local sub shop eating something that I really wish that I hadn't. Why is it? And you just start to find that you're seeking comfort in all these things. And, even when you first realize that, it probably won't settle in. You'll be like, okay, well, yeah, I'm doing this for comfort. But over time, you start to pick up on these little habits throughout your day, and you can make, if you do take some effort to really take a look at yourself, be like, okay, I know why I'm doing this. I'm going for that bag of chips, not because I'm hungry. It's because I'm just stressed out right now. So I'm going to take a step back, maybe bring some juice with you, drink some juice, eat an apple, whatever it is that you got to do to help you to avoid that habit. And see, in time, you've taken away the problem, and it's no longer, there's nothing that you're avoiding, there's nothing that you're fighting, because that problem doesn't exist anymore. So, anyways, I went off on a little bit of a tangent there, but that's that. So, thoughts for today. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to send them to me, because I love to chatter on the camera, if you can't figure that out already. And hit the subscribe button, like, share, go out, have fun. See you later, guys.